With overnight rain extending into the morning and underfoot conditions best described as soft to heavy, spirits were nevertheless high at the recent KZN Showing Championships. Whilst judges and support teams huddled under umbrellas and gazebos, beautifully turned out competitors braved the conditions. We were at the Royal Showgrounds in Pietermaritzburg to support thoroughbreds in their lives after racing, and in particular catch up with a Grade 1 winner who has shown his versatility by becoming a multiple champion in the show ring.
Afrikaburn loads up and they are sent on their way. Towards the inside, Afrikaburn with the black blinkers, red sleeves.
Afrikaburn looking to lift the last 150, it's wide open. Afrikaburn over the top, Afrikaburn got them all.
Oh, he's a nice horse.
Judges awarding first place and champion show hat to our adult rider, Robyn and Afrikaburn.
It's another showing championship for previous Grade 1 winner Afrikaburn.
They like to try. They try their hardest for you, especially once they trust you, and then they'll do anything for you. It's a lovely feeling because it's the work that you put in and the time that it's taken and the patience to actually get it right. A good thoroughbred is very hard to beat. It's just awesome, it really is.
Afrikaburn is one of many thoroughbreds who's enjoying a successful life after racing. Although specifically bred for speed and a career on the track, the average thoroughbred retires from the sport by the time it's 5 years old. It's comparatively young, making the thoroughbred an attractive proposition for retraining and a second career.
The thoroughbred is the most versatile breed of horse we have. They can do everything. They're intelligent, they're athletic, supple. I'm a big fan of the thoroughbred for everything that they can do.
A good thoroughbred can do it all.
When you see a good thoroughbred, it's like wow. It makes you go wow.
That's how Jane felt the first time she saw the handsome son of Trippy, Afrikaburn, as a yearling.
He was a horse when I first saw him. I said, yes, gotta have. He's so well balanced, he's so difficult to fault conformationally. He had a beautiful hind leg, head came out the neck, a beautiful eye. He was really, really superly put together as a racehorse.
That was back in 2013 when Afrikaburn was consigned by Drakenstein stud to the inaugural Cape Premier yearling sale. Jane fell in love with him and suggested to owner Fred Crabbia and his racing manager Emma Rorke that they buy him.
You know, Fred said, well, yes, let's go for it. We paid 900,000 rand for the horse, which at the time was quite a lot of money, but he won a Group 1.
And he earned more than his auction price back in stakes. He retired having won 7 and stakes of 1.1 million. He raced for 7 seasons, with his final track appearance coming as an 8-year-old. At that stage, Cathy and Jane were good friends, having met many years before at a party ahead of the Durban July.
And we said, let's go and buy some shoes for the July together. So off we went, and I didn't know her from a bar of soap. We both bought these shoes, the same shoes for the July, and both the heels fell off both our shoes, and we suddenly realised we were...
Mine went first. Jane thought it was so funny. She was laughing at me, and then eventually she comes hobbling up to me. No, mine gone too.
If that was the start of the friendship, it could only get more interesting.
I've always been a lover of showing and show horses, and Jane obviously quite rates herself as a selector of horses, and she said, like, you know, I've chosen some of the top horses in this country, you know, and I think I'm quite good at it.
You know, that's my game, is confirmation. I do the confirmation for Bloodstock South Africa. I help Johan Malherbe on the confirmation side.
So I said to Jane, well, how about it, Jane? let's test your skills in the show ring and let's get Afrikaburn. Fred was very generous. He said, no, we could have the horse. He paid for it to come to us.
I found it nerve-wracking, because if I say this is a really, really nice show horse and he comes stone last, it would make me look a bit silly. So.
But Jane's initial assessment was spot on, as Afrikaburn excelled. He's won supreme championships in KZN and Gauteng, where he has his own fan club.
People come running up to his stable and go, "Oh, look, here's Afrikaburn." And Robyn and I look at each other and go, "Who they?" We go, "No, we don't know, but they know who Afrikaburn is."
As a relatively young partnership, Robyn and Afrikaburn also earned their provincial colours this year, representing KZN at the SA Showing Championships in Gauteng. We met up with Afrikaburn's groom, the experienced Richard Mabida, back on the farm Elmeray in Rosetta. He's taken pride in winning champion groom titles both in KZN and Gauteng.
I'm the champion top groom. I'm so happy. I got jabula kakhulu laphana. I'm enjoying to win. Ngawina Joburg Academy and Peter Marisbeck. I was a champion as well. If I'm a groom, that I'm so happy because I'm talking to my horses. That is my friend as well. Yeah, trying to groom nicely to make sure that I'm the top groom, as you see here.
So what is it about showing that's good for the thoroughbred? Besides providing an opportunity to showcase what thoroughbreds are best known for, their elegance, rideability and conformation, it's also a great way to make the transition between life as a racehorse and that of a competitive sports horse, something expressed by Robyn herself.
To me, it's almost like a gateway between disciplines.
It gets them into the arena, both in hand and under saddle. And whilst many remain show horses for the rest of their careers, it also provides a perfect grounding to go on into other equestrian disciplines. It would seem that the love for showing starts young, and judging by the size of some of the adorable kiddies in the young rider classes, it would appear shortly after they could walk. These are the adult show riders of the future, and going by the numbers in the classes, the future looks bright. Gold Circle sponsorship of the Thoroughbred and Grooms classes at the KZN Showing Champs boosted entries both at the championships and subsequent Maxwell's Family Christmas Festival show held in the Midlands.
There in the showing section, after our last KZN champs with all the sponsorships and things from Gold Circle, Thoroughbreds and Grooms classes again are the biggest classes at the show. We're helping highlight that the Thoroughbred is such a talented horse.
I would love to see us being able to do something like the UK. They've got classes called retraining of racehorses, which is big over there, and get a series going would be lovely.
And what about Afrikaburn and his future?
We're still growing together and we've got a lot to achieve still.
We'd like to see him show jumping now. He's got the most beautiful jump. I mean, he really can jump. And
He has the engine for it.
yes, he has the engine. So he absolutely loves it.
It's really rewarding to watch them go on and be good horses, and I take it quite personally if they're not. Yeah.